Thank you for helping me. Your life from now on is yours. He turned his hand to him in a hurry. You don't have to do that. At this point everyone is looking at Hao, crying and begging him. Hao Caxian, please let me join you. I will try hard to listen only to you. Someone who holds hands is right. Yes, please bring me with you. Hao looked at them. You guys don't deserve to shout. Just untie me. I turned around and looked at them, and the old man was right. You cowards. Not even the shoes. It's good to be able to save you. Shut up for me. The crowd trembled and bowed their heads in a low voice, answering yes. She registered shy look at La Fong said. Thank you my friend La Fong. You are always a bad student in my eyes. Unexpected at an important time. I can go up for you. Thank you. The wind that heard you said that also blushed puzzled. No need to thank you. The main benefit of bad students is that they don't have to be disrespectful. You're being bullied by bad people. I looked at them as if they wanted to confess to each other, sweating in a hurry. Okay, come and help me untie the others. This place can't stay long. The wind quickly replied yes. You also help them register. She turned her head and looked anxiously. The next question is what we should do. There are a lot of students locked up, and the school is sealed off. There's no way to get out. Get help. The dog did not look at her and answered, don't worry about me. I'll think of a way. The notification system is now. The skill of the true eye is out of time to recover. It can always be used. Hao looked at the system board excitedly said. Just in time. The system uses a real eye for school. A big eye appeared in the sky. There's a fire burning all over the school. Notification system. The system uses a real eye for school. The true eye has started. We've done the school simulation and the organism distribution. Invite players to check. He stared at the map on the system. Thinking from the map, most of the teachers in the school, they're all locked up at the gym. The level of the guards is not high, but there's a lot. There are no guards inside the warehouse. You can let Ms. Liu and her students hide there. But that, he's staring at the bright red checkpoints. On the map, these black tiger legions are no vanity. There are 2 players above level 40. Level 45 in the foyer must be the captain. So level 20 probably doesn't wear her bodyguard abilities. SAO on the map is not displayed. Another 40 is at the school gate. It must be like the deputy. After I finished studying the map, he's near the mule with the rest of them. I told them on my way here. The school warehouse is empty. He took her and everyone else out there. The wind hurriedly said. But I want to follow the old man. Help me get rid of those soldiers. Hao took a weapon, shaped like a versatile blade. Red tossed to Cho La Fong. You're just a burden to me now. Maybe you have something more important. This is to protect you and... Everybody, this is for you. He's got a small weapon in his hand. This is the old man's fighting props, used to kill level 25 mercenaries. Why is it a waste to give you such a high level? Hao in front of the door. He looked at him and said, take it with your current power. If you meet the soldiers, you will die. Remember to avoid fighting. If you can't avoid it, defeat the enemy first, taking advantage of a stab in the back. To make the most of it. You can use it twice, remember to calculate the time. The wind gripped the blade in the hand confidently speaking. Don't worry, old man, stabbing in the back is my job. Everyone is behind. He seemed so pleased with his strength. I'm sweating without words. Hao left only words. Well, don't make me 7. Hao looking for a hidden corner. Open system table RA recalculate a little bit. The main goal is to save the lady. But that commander is level 45. His class and he are so different. Whether there is chain inflammation based support. But facing a 33-degree gap, I'm not confident I can win either. The biggest problem right now is unable to perform superior combat. He looked at the mercenaries standing next to the tank in front of the school gate. That's thinking with my link level 12. They can defeat enemies below level 25. So now the level 40 doorman is SAO. The 28 level difference is not easy. Just to be sure, we should increase the link level quickly. Hao opens the system into the system space. Notification system. Players accumulated 50,000 experience points. You can choose to upgrade your account link. Or unlock special skills. He stood in front of the red man. Link level up. 9 level notification system. Link level current 21 level. Hao gripped his hands tightly. Feeling your whole body full of power again. Go back and look at your profile. For he was surprised. Finally, my level has also increased by 1 level. That means there's a system. Then the self-level link rate is 10 and 1. Affiliate account notification system reached. Level 20 successful launch. God's grace remains 1 point. God bless. Invite players to choose the direction of endowment. Hao looked at the diagram on the system set endowment. Look at this display. I want to choose DBS or a flag tank. He held his hand to his chin thinking. Although the link level has increased, but there's still about a 20-degree gap. Choosing a defensive genius is the most reasonable. Survival is the most important thing, so he clicked on the menu. The notification system has chosen the defensive endowment. Specialized defense reached the level of a SAO. He's thinking, let me see it later. Let's see what a SAO can do. Now the system continues to sound. Proactive skills that come with the defensive endowment has been unlocked. On the system panel, pop-up information appears. Active melee skills of defensive endowment. Use fire to burn the target. Reduces the enemy's ability to defend. Just 1 minute, 1 hour of recovery time. I was surprised to see this information. I can't believe there are new skills. He wagged his mouth in his head and flashed a thought. That seems like a pretty interesting skill. Suddenly, I have a way of being brave. The mercenaries are standing outside on guard. Let's talk together. A soldier said it's good to be in the safe zone. Always be in peace. It's different from the scene outside the safe zone. The guy standing next to him also spoke up. Even as strong as our Black Tiger army, I don't want to go completely away from the safe zone. Go to the unknown places of the Six. They tell each other. It's a dark and dangerous place. I've heard that the Sixth is an old relic of the earth before the era, or it's all over the place. It's a powerful hobby and a wild copy. So far, no one has dared to explore. Even the armies of big corporations. You have to be very careful exploring outside. Gao scours newly discovered copies. The soldier standing in front asked. I heard the two corporations, Royal and Korean Ware. They also disputed ownership of a copy. The mission this time. The other guy was afraid to sweat. Quickly cut the words. Spray, don't talk anymore. The captain won't allow us to discuss this. Tossing around. You two are still talking. Suddenly I see all around me. There's a light coming in. They were wide open in surprise. Suddenly they were both set on fire. I can only hear their cry of pain. The system echoes the greeting sound. Players receive a reward of 200 points. Experience IP how quickly run fast. And running and calculating. This area 6 people level 15. BA level 21. Level 40. Quickly kill low-level people first. Level 40 left. Finally, the mercenaries spotted a stranger coming in. Immediately screamed. It is not okay to have enemies. An angry person scolding. Who's the mother? Take good care of the students. Let this kid run. Others are quick to urge you not to talk nonsense. Kill it. They all pointed their guns at IP How. Then shoot. IP How holding the weapon still plunge his head forward. Use the sword. Their shots are focused on watching around. There are also modified armored tanks. If I guess wrong. This army has no base. The property is worth everything. Take it with you. Maybe it's in the Kia tanks. Suddenly from above came the rain. The bullet is about the size of a grenade. It's falling down to IP How. Those bullets just landed and immediately exploded. Make the entire area where the bullet is going to drop. Not intact. Tall, muscular man with red hair. Stand up, holding a mouth-sized gun, biting a cigarette, laughing. Ha 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 ha, it's just an ant. Don't panic. The explosion is over. The system shows information about him. Big Tendon level 40. The mercenaries saw him. Hurry up and shout out to the deputy commander. I'm sorry, that kid is going to explode. Haha, they looked at the big fire ahead happily. Of course. He's just a kid who comes here to cause trouble. Now from the fire came a voice. If you want to burn me, this fire won't burn. IP How appeared, swinging the sword at the soldiers. People stand close because they're amazed. Not avoid in time. Hurry up and ask if you can. The captain stood on the tank. I gritted my teeth and looked down at this boy. He's sweating. When I saw the dog, I was not injured. But on the contrary, he's beating his subordinates. He came to the dark. It's impossible. 6 of my most violent bullets that can't explode. Dead a high school kid. IP How holding a large sword. It's surrounded by 4 huge shields. He confidently looked up and said provocatively. 6 is long enough. Bring all the firepower you've hidden at the bottom of the ocean. In his heart he is also happy to think. No tiger is the king's special defensive heaven. Even an SAO has such a high level of defense. If you reach 5 stars, it's not a dream to go through a high-level copy alone. He pointed the gun at IP How. His face was looking down near. This kid's voice is crazy. No matter what kind of background you have, if you dare to confront the Black Tiger army, you will only die. I'll give you a taste. The fire of hell's roar doesn't run out of bullets. IP How quickly avoided. The bullets were shot out as thick as the rain. His blood count is now 90%. Avoid and move quickly. Go ahead and say you can't run out of bullets. That's a good weapon. He looked up and said. This pressure is what level 40 should be. Like this, the more meaningful my level of challenge is. It speeds up the speed. Launch like a rocket forward. To get close, go to him. My blood pressure dropped to 85%. I can't wait to see IP How coming back to me. Hurry up and turn the gun in the direction. He kept shooting. Challenge beyond level. Based on your 4th grade. Are you kidding? Your brain is broken. I admit you're harder than me. I thought that was nothing. IP How has come close to the universe. He quickly swung his sword. He used cannons to catch this sword. disdained to say, relying only on your slug-like weak attack force. They also want to kill me. I despise my level 40. If he hits this one, it's on the system. His blood counts down to 98%. IP How looked at the system board horrified to think. Of course the hierarchy. That our physical attacks can't do. He lost a lot of blood. Ui Wu Ren. When IP How lost his concentration, he fell hit him with a gun. I don't understand. I'm in the safe zone, rolling to level 40. Why is it that a 4th grade kid like you despises you? The blood count is only 75%. After hitting this one, he quickly recovered. He looked up at him and said, if you know promotion is not easy. The police officer panicked because he was playing pranks. Twa. I didn't have time to use the props, and this kid planted it. I thought I was being cheated, but he was bewildered. The body is not affected badly. On the outside there is a strange book RA. The blood volume doesn't drop at all. After I realized I was being played. He's crazy. Screamed and fired machine guns at IP How. Your mother is fucking me. This is a real fight, not a joke. I'm not in the mood to play with you anymore. IP How immediately took the shield to support the bullets. The fire was stronger than before. Your blood volume can last for a minute. No suddenly server alert. Detects player health less than 10%. Kickstart all body skills. The extreme of defensive endowment blood radiating. Retention 20 seconds. IP How was lucky to have the opportunity to fight back. The right time. 20 seconds to win. Authority is bitter because of the lower level of IP How dancing He's more. A 1st grade kid who dares to fight. I'm not crazy, I'm stupid. Suddenly, Wei Yu's infernal roar weapon malfunctioned. The tinkling of metal VA colliding in the weapon. It makes a very unpleasant sound. Mom, my hell roar is like this. The weapon's armor kept breaking into pieces. My equipment. Why is this? He lay down on the ground, hugging his trash weapons. In a pitiful way. Meanwhile, the victory was in his hands. Standing arrogantly in front of the mighty. See if I'm wrong. Your equipment strength is not too high, because not until the end. I certainly wouldn't spend money to buy equipment. After the end of the harsh battle, AP How immediately used primary recovery drugs. Recovery amount 30%. EP How confidently replied to me. Admit I'm a little reckless, but I bet I was right in the end. The world does not accept the loss of its face. He stood up. In the hand of a suicide grenade with IP How. Fuck your ass. Even if my equipment is broken. If you lose all your attributes, you're done. Don't underestimate the props I've accumulated over the years. They also beat you to death. IP How immediately swung the fire sword close to cheering. He was afraid of the face without any blood. If you use props, you can kill me. I've been dead for a long time. Nothing's changed. On the contrary, you're easier to kill than before. The mighty man fell to his knees in fear. Wait a minute, I know. I'm not fighting anymore. Please don't kill me. I'm just an employee. It's all ordered by the captain. IP How immediately spared his life for the Majesty. So I'll give you a chance. Open all the poplars in the car. He immediately responded, not daring to argue half a word. Yes, suddenly he stopped not opening. And tell Yang Cho IP How's password. It smells like a trap. I said the code. I'll give you the code. HHMB 666. IP interrupted him right away. Did I ask you for the code? I said open. Yang Ra thought. You tricked IP How. He didn't expect. How was smart enough to anticipate this? Yes, bow your head. I can't believe you can't fool him. This kid is a SAO student. Why is it so wise? He raised his hand and typed Yang's code. Pretend to call out yes. But his thoughts are sinister. To extend the time someone comes to pick you up, you have to be submissive to extend time. The captain will send someone here. Until then, I will definitely make him live and not die. Son of a bitch. After typing the password, the ocean opened. Yang opened up immediately. I thought that was a way to escape death. I didn't expect it after opening Yang Ra and coming back. Please forgive your life. This can spare me. Not finished yet. IP How's fire sword pierced through his body. IP How is determined. Why can't there be a spring? The fool is on fire. He's got the number. You didn't say. He just ran away screaming for help. Save lives with the rescue team. Vu was completely defeated. The heat of the fire. The sword dealt a blow to him. Instant server notification. You've been given a very worthy reward. Congratulations to the player who received the reward of experience is not over yet. You received $2,000, a weapon of hell roar and special props. Level 40 copy key cannot be used. Instant rewards. It is not enough to satisfy your greed. Only 2,000 renminbi. This deputy rolling around so pathetically. No money to buy equipment, but there's something special that I can't ignore. But this copy key is a surprise harvest. Looks like this deputy is hiding his stuff. The server has a property message board that pops up. Deputy key level 40. Recommended grade 40 to 45 positions when C87 outside the safe zone. Unknown form. The world doesn't know. IP How ignores unused items. But look at the ocean. Temporarily ignore the copy key. The leopard is the most important in human life. First time opening ocean was a little agitated. But if this is the treasure of the Black Tiger Army, is it a little small? Server link message. Congratulations to IP. Congratulations on the achievement of the first Yongbao. The player's journey starts here. IP how is quite surprising. Just because it is open, it is also achieved. Open Ocean can also have achievements. What a surprise. Let's see what's in here. Haha, consecutive server announcements. The rewards that IP how opened. From Yang congratulated the players on trophies, the achievement. Kim Money 128,000 letters. Fire Medicine X150. Explosive Strong Type X230. Recovery Drug X150. Magic Drug X150. Ancient Magic Bullet X10. Magic Ambush Ammunition X500. Medusa Tears X1. IP how is quite surprising. Because of the booty we won. I can't believe there's an epic prop. But it doesn't record the effect of the props. What is this for? And this one too. Suddenly, the dog got something unexpected. It's worth it to you forever. I remember this was a rare ghost. Can be absorbed and converted into experience points. This type of experience. It's not worth a grade 40. But it's a great gift to me. The experience point immediately lit up. Notification server has successfully transformed into an ancient magic crystal. Players have gained a total of 100,000 experience points. I can't help but be glad to see that. Joy follows joy. AP how is notified by the server. In front of players my eyes. Have accumulated 130,000 experience players to points. Unlock other accounts. To get greater power. Heck, I'm not in a hurry to take the next step. That the server gives. This amount of experience comes in a very timely manner. Don't unlock other accounts. At least first. Must turn this inflammatory chain account. Become a manual account. It's all done. IP how immediately commands the server system. Open the table endowment chain inflammation. After the table endowment chain inflammation to appear, the system immediately notifies IP your current endowment is to defend a SAO. You can use 100,000 experience increase points 10 link levels to achieve a SAO endowment score. Free distribution. I was surprised because it was too expensive. It costs 100,000 experience points. Can get a point endowment to SAO. Too expensive, I asked the server. How many points does it take to open another account? Server experience immediately announced. Experience points needed to open a new account. With link level. The original 20 was 100,000. IP how pondered for a while. Look, 100,000 points of experience can't be saved. Overall judgment. It is better to open a new account. Still a little low in my heart. I hope I get a little lucky. Choose a stronger account. The male lead made a definitive decision. New Regal account unlocking system. The system immediately accepts. IP how put out his hand in front. The system opens a door. It says it's unlocking a new royal account. Please wait. A thick smoke opens up a new Regal account. Successfully unlocked with the mad scientist. Even though a mad scientist from the opposite sex. With his talent and invention. Finally, led to the destruction of his own world. In his head hides all the mysteries of the world. IP how feels lucky, but his face looked a little confused. I'm also pretty lucky. Open again is not a royal account. Combat system. IP how looked at the home control screen. Crazy science SAO. But in some ways, he is also a man. Standing on top of the world. Let me see what skills you have. On a three-dimensional screen. There are some titles like Master of Engineering. These titles are. The system sends a notification. Dress Frenzy has no fixed skill, and its skills will vary by title. Chose the current unlocking title of Master of Engineering. The theme also has a 10-level link upgrade to unlock other titles. After the system announcement, IP how is a little excited. It's a little interesting. According to the title, it should be more inclined to the auxiliary quite wide coverage type. And quite high level of play. Suddenly a power source goes straight to the IP Let out all over you. The system of transferring accounts to the private notification server. The main account has been moved to the private. The current account title is Master of Engineering. Its ability is server. I can't finish the sentence yet. Suddenly there's a robot flying from somewhere. Let me explain to the owner. He seemed very happy to see IP how. Not after many years. Activated for many years. It's finally been activated again. IP how was quite surprised when he met the thinking robot. You are immediately. The robot greeted and introduced the new owner's report. I was created by a private cause. You can directly call me thinking. I can help you conquer this world. When you hear that, your hands don't care. Stop the love conquer the middle world too so. I'm not going to do it. The robot shows its ugly face, because he knows the secret of this royal account. Your master is not Russian enough. The secret of this powerful account is insanity. Whether it's action or imagination, as you get crazier, you'll get stronger. He then threatened to give me a hard time. Made him scared and sweaty. No, I don't dare. End of the blackmail and give him orders. Then say the truth. Mechanism of operation and capabilities of this account. Explain it to me in 70 words. I only know how to say yes. The core system of the account is decomposition. Merge creation with title. He is currently a master of engineering. Objects related to engineering can be separated and then merged to create new objects. I am a great believer after listening to the explanation. Then I understood something. Interesting. This account is more interesting than I thought. It's hard to blame, the crazier the stronger. This ability doesn't work with crazy ideas. It really can't be played. Suddenly, think about some notes that make you curious. As the owner, now there are restrictions on objects. It's free to decompose and fuse. The robot explained it in more detail. With your current level of alignment, you can't decompose objects more than twice your level. Moreover, we have to collect 10 more and more technical drawings as possible to make props and weapons, desired quickly and accurately. After hearing the explanation, How understood the problem. Understand it like that. The final problem is, what is the mechanism of switching between accounts? Are there any specific restrictions? The thinking robot faltered. I just think the server system is upset. He stopped his throat right away. Are you finished? I think a little robot like you knows everything. Open accounts in the system can be seamlessly converted, whether in a combat or non-combat state. Ask the owner to determine the best way to switch accounts, to avoid causing irreversible harm. After a while, it was explained in more detail. IP looked at General. He knows his current situation. I understood, so I should go to work. You can't keep women waiting. The robot is confused by a light swim. I was in a hurry to ask the owner. IP told you to wait. The tiger stormed into the ladies' room, wearing the black tiger. Your liver is not small. You don't hesitate to give criticism. He barged into the safe zone without saying anything. You dare to kill me. Who hired you to kill me? You know what? The black tiger answered in a teasing tone. The other lady. You should know that our black tigers dare to kill you. But if that AI supports me, the tiger hasn't finished. Then the kids already know who it is. It could be the Royal Society. The black tiger jumped out in front of the child NDT-0. It's the Crown Corporation. If not them. For props epic level fine parking chi label. Our black tiger company. I can't deal with these two masters. Yours, even though I can make her judgments. The company has reached the level, step the same way, to take the SAO copy of C-Zone ownership. 23 from Korea where group even thought of this stupid method. Supposed to kill me is likely to break the Korean conglomerate wearing. So naive that the tiger did not hesitate to come, sitting next to the baby. Haha, between your groups, I do not interfere. Mercenaries have only one target. That's the vestibular lady. You're a smart person, so I'll explain it to you. He came into the ear with a few threats. It seemed to scare the lady. The Crown Corporation gave me $5,000 to kill you. If you can offer 100 million, I can set you free. The child's lips smirked with a disdainful smile. It turns out our lives are worth 100 million. The tiger thought it was a trick. If you wear it, you can give more. I am of course pleased to accept. When he heard the opening, he came close to the black tiger. Lift his face up, laugh at the dream. For unscrupulous business people like you, I don't give a penny. The tiger was angry at the lady. You're a smart person. Why are you still saying these things that irritate me? Do you want money? I'll give you one more chance to rearrange your words. Think for clarity. Wearing the ability to laugh softly replied haha. Not necessary. Korean corporations where will never be led by the nose. More not. Allowing others to destroy its majesty. Even my life can't be. It was my mistake that you laid out today. But want to kill me to destroy the Korean conglomerate where? This is no different than a joke. The tiger drew his two swords in response. Right? Give you a chance to save a life you don't want. So I don't have to say nonsense. He swung his knife to death. Your head is worth the money. Two swinging blades, out strong but encountered the surrounding shield. Let the child stop. Echoing the sound of the trumpet, the black tiger's ears fluttered. This is the energy shield. Why suddenly? Suddenly there's a voice in the middle of the air. This energy shield is like I thank you. Last time on the black market, I can turn around to where the sound is coming from. You are IP How, standing by the door calmly said. But a meter goes a meter. You have to pay more this time. If I could save your life. I don't need more than 10 million. Surprisingly, you are a coward. What are you doing here? The black tiger swung its sword to the IP How. It's just a 4th grade kid. I dare to hinder my good deeds. Despite receiving the full blow. But IP How only lost 20% of his black tiger blood. What? Your son's defense can be that high. I used all my power to cut and only damaged 20% of my blood. On the contrary, IP How thought silently. You should be surprised if it's me. I've been working at level 40 for a long time. Now just a couple of knives can kill me. The resistance ratio is too low. If someone else is not careful, they have to die. That I can see that the situation is not good, yell out. Even if you have a little power, you also have to see the situation. This has nothing to do with you. You don't have to be a hero to die. I can't finish my words. Ola's guys shot at you. You startled A. What about the energy shield under their attack? It doesn't last long either. IP How replied to you. It's not about other people either. Miss Desert. If you die, I have to find the AI to get the points and the bonuses. I've earned hundreds of thousands of dollars, so don't worry. I won't let you die. The ability to breathe. Thinking silently. This man is such a money lover. If not, you can go to the black market alone. The shield under constant attack has also gone to the point of exhaustion. But the unexpected thing happened. 100% energy recovery shield. What can the tiger say? Your son's power is wrong. Why do you have such rare props? He suspects. Looks like you're not really a fourth grader. Where did you come from? Why do we have to hide our power? You see that word is no. IP How both brandished the attack and shouted loudly. Your rank is so high, but you're quite cautious. Hard to blame. You can be captain compared to your subordinates, just your other body. Your mind is a little better. In your heart, aesthetic no tiger is frantic dress. I took advantage of my master of engineering. Combine BA energy shield into one. Get 3 times the armor value. This effect is terrifying. The tiger realized the situation wasn't right. Maybe the explosion outside was you. What did you do? Just finished. He and his crew saw grenades flying towards him. Surprise, this is a grenade. The black tiger has activated his shield. I said I still value you too much, boy. I was a little worried at first. You're going to create a little bit of a surprise for me. But now, it seems that if you've been counting on these brave grenades. Not as good as lying on the ground waiting to die. Don't. Grenade explosion. Shoot out a bunch of spider silk binding the black tiger and his gang. He suddenly spiderwebs curses echoing everywhere. Green beans. This spider web is swallowing my recovery. Can't escape Until now, I've never heard of any such props. This is what the captain saved me for. I can see they are trapped like that. It's not a conventional high-explosive grenade, it's a sealed grenade. How do I create it? It's tight enough. Take advantage of the spider webs. The devil with a grenade. Combined into a binding seal, you can control the target in 10 minutes. Cause continuous damage. The black tiger used force to break the spider's web. It's still that. Don't think that you can beat me by relying on these children's toys. He said the real battle is not for children. Children's games. Let the adults have combat experience. It teaches you what it means to fight. He said he just made lightning. Gathered in his own sword. Towards IP How. You see, props are made of stuff. Whether low-level fighters can't deal with high-level fighters SAO. Then it's only possible. Immediately the black tiger loaded a knife. Get into the shield of IP How. He died of his blood after receiving the blow. Immediately reduced to 50%. I thought to myself, his speed and power had been completely improved. If it lasts, the shield will be broken. Let him cut 2 more times. I will die. I didn't even have a chance to take my medication. Recovery of the dangerous situation. You can't panic trying to calm down. It must be based on the implementation plan. We can beat him. It was a bad move, but the black tiger avoided it. He speaks too slowly. I told you, you want the knife. Find out what's more feasible. If not in front of me, pull my armor. You will definitely still be killed. The tiger swept across the blade. Slash straight at the AP How. Your blood pressure drops to 10%. The chimpanzee system sounds. Subject's blood below 10% defensive endowment limit. Nirvana bloodlock is activated. Listen to the system. IP How thought he activated the bloodlock. This is the time to win. Violent inflammation fire bullet black tiger surprise magic. But only for a moment. He cut down the flying dragon. There's a fart if you get hit by your low-level magic. Even a 45-year-old like me is fine. Even though the child who has been watching sounds a warning. That's enough, IP How, run away. If you keep going, you're really going to die. But you've just plugged your vagina down. It's creating flames all around. I've just hit this far. I can't get out. Besides, I didn't even lose. Next, it's officially the black tiger surrounded in flames. I mean, look at you, this is what you're talking about. This is your trick. It only hurts like this, kid. You're here to make a joke. His blood volume's only been reduced by 10%. The little black tiger that got the momentum up ahead through the rings of fire say, funny time is over. I don't have enough patience for you. One last religion. Let you die, not entirely, to face such a critical situation. But IP How calmly said, right? The glow from the machine gun startled the black tiger. This is the big gun, hell is roaring wrong. It's obviously been renovated. Maybe you killed my big gun. This is impossible. He just said he must. Just created a shield to stop the shots. The dynamite came to stop at me. Highs. IP How casually looked at the miserable black tiger. There's no need to be terrified with such obvious things. But now it's not called hell roaring. It's called the screeching headpiece. The head stage screams level 40. We can use fire support techniques. Automatic special tower guns, infinite immunitive tracking, lasting 1 minute, time back 3 hours. He laughed sarcastically. You don't have to be afraid of me attacking SAO low damage. So I use the tower gun, recreated by the epic weapon RA. Does it surprise you a little more? The black tiger's shield is broken. He thinks the energy shield's going to break down soon. In fact, normal face-to-face confrontation. Big gun hell roar was able to suppress himself. Fast shooting speed, great power. The key is the special effects of infinity bullets. More, after being born, Kia doesn't know how to reproduce. It's also capable. Auto fire, he doesn't dodge anymore. He decided to rush towards IP How with 55% blood. Think in the stomach, avoid farts as resilient. It consumes more than half of the blood. We also have to solve this problem. The rest of Kia. It only takes one knife to solve it. He rushed to the head of the scaffold, waving his sword. One of your tricks really surprised me. But subtracting the flexibility of the gun. Make it a fixed target. It's really a brain wreck. You wasted an epic-grade weapon. Then he swung his sword straight. It doesn't matter anymore. If you die, it will finally belong to me. Be good and die. How responded to those words. There is no relationship to the tower. That's to attract you to the slash. Because drama is real here. He was quickly behind the black tiger. Hold the short sword in a position ready to kill. The tiger was suddenly attacked. What? He turned his head and tried to avoid it, but he didn't make it. I just want to curse the damn kid. You've got a blood spout. The knife you use is a knife, improved poison dagger, has a great ability to cause special effects with a blow. For the humanoid creatures, in a certain level, the lower the target recovery amount, the higher the chance of activation. The number of special effects remaining activated. Once the black tiger was slashed and fell down. Cough blood. You son of a bitch dare to smack me behind my back. The black tiger's health has been reduced to 5%. Observe the situation of the battle with surprise, even when he attacks you. He can't do that much damage. Even if the difference is too big, it's not right. Kia dagger claims to have special effects. Every lightning around the black tiger, he said. This is my seal guardian activated. This shows that your dagger's working a hit. After being activated, black tiger's health has been restored to 30%. Guardian Chapter 50. Have a passive immunity. With the special effect of a 30% health recovery attack. The number of uses is not black after knowing. Extremely angry. I bought it for the price. High above the sky. Guardian of the Hot Chapter. Your son has made you waste your time. Fuck. How also did not just continue to attack the tiger. You still blame me. My special effects, not wasted by you. Sao your regenerative energy shield, appeared so quickly. How's attack was stopped by the shield. I don't think it's okay. He's fine. This is a notification from the system. Please note that Extreme Nirvana the bloodlock will end in 5 seconds. The black tiger stopped the exasperated attack. My mother thought at first, is to use the power of the crown. It's easy to complete this transaction. Not thinking about it was ruined by your bastard. CM is lost. He slashed at How after killing you. And where Kaini, they must ask them to pay more. After receiving the blow along with the Nirvana, notice, the blood lock is over. Restore the blood as soon as possible to avoid getting hurt. His blood is only 10%. Black tiger drawn syringe needle speak. I admit, I can't believe I hit you back. As tenacious as a cockroach. This forced me to use this technique of positive pressure to avoid any surprises. He stabbed Kim in the neck. Pump liquid into the laughing person. Give me all of you to die. His body was completely wrapped in lightning. The sound of screaming and screaming comes out. He used a blood vessel. It's an epic item that can trigger a lightning bolt. The incarnation of the beast. This will increase significantly different abilities and attributes in a short period of time. The duration is 5 minutes. I saw the scene in front of my eyes and was surprised. This is the combat situation of a SAO senior fighter. It's not just tactics that can change. It's the ability and the props that the opponent can use. It's also unpredictable. A person who lacks attention will be forced to despair. They all lose. It's the same surprise that I can think of. This black tiger has many props. It's so rare. Normally, there is no less time to make copies. Unfortunately, he is a talent. The shape of the black tiger after the transformation gradually revealed. As the smoke cover fades away. He said we've been through 56 dungeons. Copy Valley. To get this epic level props. I don't think about. I use it against you. The enormous shape of the beast with armor. Turn yourself in front of the dog. Full of menace said the black tiger. What else are you great at? Take it all out. To give us the pleasure of ending the match. The threat of the black tiger. He just shrugged calmly and said no more. Not great anymore. My last trick has been used up. It's not that you're all defending. Hear that, the tiger is extremely angry. Go straight to How and say damn. You are useless. Let's go NM. You're wasting Lao Tzu's precious props. He killed your family. Facing a huge body swinging towards him. How is still in his pocket. In response to curses, the public can talk. Words can't be bad. I don't force you to use it anymore. You can be sure that you can kill me. The 2 swords of the black tiger Lao came to Where did the 2 bodyguards come from? Stopped him suddenly. This is impossible. What are you doing? Before the deadline. Decontamination of the petrified state of the United States. Clearly time is not up yet. Label. The dog saw him like that and explained. This is also a lucky thing for you. When you explain the method of petrification. I fit outside the door. In front of the room. The conversation between the black tiger and the. She said. Is it the Black Tiger Emperor Corporation? It is the company. If it wasn't for them, they'd have tried to rob the theater supplies. American Eye Park. Fits outside. How heard these words. Think about American policy parking labels. Why do we use this on people? End of flashbacks back to reality. The tiger understands the problem. But he doesn't understand. It's impossible. If you want to subtract the petrified state, you can only use American prescription. But you opened up my ocean. IP how calmly not of course. Just not thinking about it. The road is an army of black tigers. It's just silver. The black tiger is angry at the sky. Those are all the damn things we get. Not finished yet. 2 guards punched him in the ground. It made him scream in pain. I stood in front of that scene and said, "Don't worry about your wealth right now. If I do not take you, you will lose your life." I just finished talking to the 2 bodyguards who gave out the golden black tiger. It took him away from the rooms, leaving huge holes in the wall. I see that. I am extremely grateful. Is this the power of double level 60? I feel a bit cold on my back. After the end of wearing the baby's voice. If you have a method soon. Why don't we defrost our guards? You have to fight to the end from the beginning. Make others crazy. They put themselves in danger. IP how replied to you, even though I thought so. But now I'm sure of victory. SAO does not bring full force against high-level enemies. This is for me. Buy it with money. It is your precious combat experience. Suddenly, I met countless people like you. I just met her for the first time. He said now your experience can be renewed. Again, don't thank me. Neither do I. They say 10 million points can't be less. I have to earn another 500,000 for my copy. After all, I'm also the leader in the competition. Even if you can nod, don't worry. With this small amount of money, I will not be lacking in beauty. It turns out he's just a normal person. The difference is that you don't need money. It's very much to my taste. While you two talk, the 2 bodyguards who carried the black tiger asked for her opinion. What should this lady do? You said this man is of no value to me. Then turn to me. Give him one last blow. His tools and experience are yours. I want to thank the great lady. So I'm not welcome. IP how the handle of the sword straight down to the black tiger lying on the ground. The tiger's last words. Don't get excited too early. Lovers outside the Kia security zone. They've secretly gathered forces. Cuckoo. However, IP how was very determined to kill him. Notification pops up. Congratulations to the host for receiving the award. Destroy the experience. 100,000 coins. 80,000 protective gear lightning armor. Power a weapon. Photoelectric duplex. A restorative props premium year. I thought back to what the black tiger said. Lovers gather safe zone 7 players. What does he mean? Let the child say. This is just a conspiracy theory. It's been circulating in the dark for a long time. Don't worry about that. Then she handed out her hand with an invitation. Do you want to join the military? With your ability and saved my life. You are eligible to participate. Listen to that, said IP how. Join the army in uniform. If you wear it, the lady doesn't mind. Can you talk about some benefits? So I'll decide whether to join or not. You heard that, she grinned. Benefits this still needs to be meticulous. Why are you asking me a question? Want to know? Can wearing Korean corporations benefit you? How ye hurriedly exhorted the hand to deny dare not. I'm just acting more cautiously. Think a lot before making a decision. But don't let me refuse. The 2 knights who held the role of IP how. The eyes that emit the spark say. Your Highness, it is your honor. When you ask yourself, pay attention to who you are. IP how sweating. You can get in between them. Even if it's the SAO, it saved my life. He doesn't follow these rules. First you go and see, is there anything wrong with the other students? Didn't leave the other mercenaries behind. The 2 guards said yes, lady. I heard that, said IP how. The 2 remaining CAs are mercenaries. Maybe or not, let me save their bodies. You can even exchange money. As a result, the 2 bodyguards also spoke. You said you like money very well. Very well, I suspect, but it's a good way to ask. I thought you despise me. Greedy for money. On the contrary, in this cruel age, as long as it's strong enough, beauty, money, power at hand. This is natural selection. Why should I despise? Besides, people with desire have one thing in common. A great dignity. IP how does not understand the same qualities. Wearing the ability to touch the cheek IP how said. It's that you can all be driven by desire. And I provide for every want and need. Was suddenly attacked. I think this woman is more dangerous than I thought. IP how thought. I can't let her leave my nose. It is very detrimental to me. Let the child say, even though your power is long, he is strong enough to stand at the top of the pyramid. But you showed it. The quality and potential of a fake. I recognize you as a qualified reserve talent. If you ask me to join a specific army, what are the benefits? I'll tell you right away. She dropped out a projector and said. After switching the position, even though it brought destruction to the old world, but it also brings the future to the new world. This future contains countless copies, large and small. In this era, each one of the company's resources. You will have your own army. They also give full training, support on them. The goal is only one, hide and seek in the Chinese copy. I heard this in my heart. Competition for resources. What is competing for resources? Still fighting for the future. Speak bad people SAO. But I continue to explain what we are. We're a team with your own strength. Along with financial support. Strong force of We're Welding Corporation. The company always leads in the competitive chain. Please join us. You can't just get copies of resources, the most advanced current, but also have the highest priority access. More important is, you can also get a salary that you couldn't imagine before. Same share of the copy income that everyone's looking forward to. For example, the clothing dedicated industry. Copy resource. Split rate 50%. Assassin copy. Make sure your income is not less than 100,000. When you hear about money, you lose your mind. Wait a minute, this is real. Even if you stop him from thinking. I haven't finished yet. Don't interrupt. The city has a total of 9 safe zones. It's mostly outside the metropolitan area. Row 5 from low to high. Sign of the demon invasion. Rate at the same level. Security outside the safe zone is a danger zone. Not yet discovered. The city is controlled directly by the company. Link. Rich and powerful people who live in BA Central 1 to 3 are entitled to the rights and higher safety common zones. BA 4 to 6 is intended for all kinds of technical talent. Factory staff. Along with the development assistance warrior. Ordinary people. And those who can't fight. Stay in BA Common Zone under 9 to 7. It seems like living comfortably. But it's actually forgotten and abandoned. She continued. Once the lower safe zone is attacked by a demonic beast, there's only one consequence of carnage. This time, I visited 9 institutions in the safe zone to recruit reserve talent for the team. This academy is our first stop. It's enough to see the management of the lower level areas. This 9th safe zone. There was a previous incident of demonic invasion. You've heard of it too. Join the opening battle team to get out of this dangerous place, because members of the army can lead according to all the family and can enjoy the right of residence in the above 3 areas. Listen to this, the how FA is really changing. I saw that look on his face. I think it's really a family thing. Talk about family. Protests have also become more serious SAO. She continued speaking after the perfect settlement. The problems of the soldiers. The more we are equipped, personal and medical support of members of the military, the more support also reached the highest level. Where Welding Corporation will build exclusive weapons and equipment by level and the attributes of the members of the team to bring out the greatest power. In addition to our top medical rescue team, always in standby mode, always ready to give to members of the military the fastest and most advanced medical support to ensure the survival rate of members of the military. She said you might still question me. Bring the Korean group to where the same battle team. That's a lot of hype at SAO. Even a small threat this time was not dealt with. She explained there were 2 reasons. The first, I didn't expect anyone to come out so directly. This is my mistake for the Korean company to wear it. The lives of members of the military, more precious than mine. My relief priorities are actually much lower compared to members of the military. In the army, everything depends on the strength to face them. Such a good opportunity, what are you going to do? The outside is calm, but the inside was already incredibly damn sudden. Korean corporations were too rich and powerful. With this amount of information, I can only say it's too high. Look at me, I'm hot. Even though this child is so cute, completely hit his weakness. Not for my own benefit. I can only tell you how accurate you are. But now I'm completely awake. I lost the ability to think and judge. I can't easily agree with that. In such a state, stabilize her first and talk later. After thinking about what IP House said, this is a choice for me and my family. It's too big. Can you give me time to think? We're big lady. Hear that? She threw him a card and said, give me 3 days. You can contact me through this card. IP How received the card saying no problem. It was only 10 million before I saved Kia. Where the ability to turn your back. There are 20 million in this card. Is that enough? Immediately you. Even my sister and parents have to agree. That's enough. That's enough. I won't be polite. Talking. The principal's voice came from the entrance. Kneel down in front of you wearing a pair at an unprecedented speed. She said the lady was less angry. I'm late. The academy can't protect you very well. Let you be afraid. If you want to punish me alone. Students and teachers are innocent. In your heart you think, it's done. Leave it to the mercenaries. Break into the academy. Maybe even if there is a little bit of clutter. It's not burning this academy or SAO. Tell the principal to stand up. This is because on the contrary, it involves the academy. And many students and teachers like that. I have to say I'm sorry. Don't worry, Cho. No matter how many casualties and damage to property caused by this attack, Korean corporations were there. I'll make it up to you in full. He bowed his head in appreciation of the lady. Your grace is generous. All teachers and students will also never forget. You're welcome. Get out of here. Don't get in my way. IP House said that. Although the temperament is not small, but there's no clear destiny. It's very generous. Not Tiger is the big lady Korean group. I know you're better. Where the possibility of damage, the hypothetical flattery ends here. 3 days later I'm leaving this 9th safe zone. Before that, give me a satisfactory answer. IP How replied no problem. I will give you a satisfactory answer. In my heart I think, The rich benefits are a bit unreal. I have to stay awake and think carefully. Cannot be covered up by immediate interests. In the hospital room, she and her sister visited the patient. His father's health can be seen to have recovered. I'm walking when there's a call behind me. You learn IP how. The principal ran back and grabbed his hand to express my appreciation. I still can't believe it. I saved the lady. And at the same time, we've saved an entire academy. He replied. That's right, principal. How can I allow bad people in the academy? We can do whatever we want. IP how patted his confident face. Say your usual teachings. Always in my heart. Don't lose a strong heart. Just because of your weakness. As long as you are strong inside, miracles will always happen. You never know what a lie is. The principal excitedly spoke out loud without shame. Was a genius teenager at the academy. Watch out for BA this year. My rank can't be increased. But don't stop trying. This time I made a huge contribution to the academy. The school is certain. I will give you a special prize. He turned to the king and said, Royal Secretary, gather the teachers and students of the school. I'd like to explain this sudden attack. More important, I'd like to particularly commend the courage of IP How. The secretary replied yes. Hurry up and stop another day, principal. Now people are also in shock. More important, it's about needing reassurance and rest. You don't need a special award. As long as the reward points are redeemable and first prize money on time, the principal couldn't scream. I have more than 60,000 points. In addition to the 50,000 reward, more than 110 in total. This small amount of money. It cannot compare to your contribution. Special prizes could not be less. IP How answered well. He's really biased. With the headmaster's eloquent talk. Aesthetic fit makes me startle. Principal, if you talk, can you stop breathing so hard? He bowed to the principal. If nothing happens, you go home first. Goodbye to the principal. He tapped you on the shoulder and said, well, the academy will be closed for 3 days from tomorrow. So, take advantage of this opportunity to rest well. He changed his mind about you. What a teenage hero. Every day is the most normal. You can do great deeds again. People are like that. But don't forget to ask. Secretary of the Ministry of Finance. Prepare 200,000. And that's 3 days away from the conference. I will personally reward IP How. The secretary bowed and said yes. AP shaving ear up, listening to the conversation. I wonder what that thing is. It's not the stuff of Kia legend. The sunset is falling. At the hospital your cry of joy. When I arrived, I asked my father how he was. In my father's hospital room. He replied, don't worry, Dad. The wife was worried not to get up and lie down. I still have to rest. The girl showed interest too, right Dad? Their state of being poisonous though oppressed. But it hasn't been completely eradicated. It takes time to recover slowly. IP How's face became dazed. Slowly recover. It means I had to endure the pain for a long time. Is there any other quick fix? When she was thinking, she put her hand on her shoulder and asked, how was the copy contest today? You rank equally well. He said that's it, my brother. Suddenly a doctor came in and said, oh, everyone's here. Right, let me introduce you. This is the chapter director of our hospital. He just returned to the hospital today. I heard last time he wanted to see you. This person is the head of the hospital. Wearing the name Zhang strictly. You said you heard people. Last time there was a conflict with the professor. I want to say sorry with everyone here. Even if the doctor is the head, his way of doing it is yes. A little bit against the principles of medicine. IP smiling. Thank you for coming here in a special way. Sorry, it's okay. I should apologize too. I'm a little impulsive. I'll pay for the drugs for the dean. In the heart of aesthetics though superior. High at the top. You can come here in person, sorry. It also seems very conscientious. He turned around and said yes, there are very few young people like you today. Dare to rest for good. I saw you were going to leave, and you stopped me. Wait a minute, Zhang. I asked him what he had been thinking about. My father's current state of mind. At your hospital, is there a cure right away? He answered the cure immediately. I've learned about your father's condition before. If you want to get rid of the disease immediately, or in other words, take special drugs, high-grade antidote. Even though our hospital, there's this antidote, but it's expensive, because it's an epic drug. The father saw that and stopped him. I just need to rest for a while. Sick, there is no need to spend lavish money. IP How ignored and pulled out the power card said, the hospital is okay. The price doesn't matter the card. See that card? Director Zhang startled and asked with wide eyes, this is your great lady's black card. Why do you have this? He scratched his head in bewilderment. This one is worn by the Korean group of children. Give me something, it can't be used. The director emphasized, and then changed his smile. Are you kidding me? The lady's black card. It may not be usable. This card can be wasted. On any industry of Korea corporation where he turned to give orders. Dr. Kia didn't even rush to the insurance warehouse. Take 1 tablet. Don't take BA advanced detox pills for me. Then transfer this noble patient to our most expensive VIP suite. The doctor's name bowed and said yes. Your family is still confused. I don't understand what's going on. Director, here he is, smiling like a flower. Because of our hospital. It's also an industry of Korean clothing. I saw this black card. It's like seeing the lady. Sorry guys, I was so careless before. This BA advanced antidote pills. It will be given to everyone as a gift. From gaping amazement thinking damn. I can't believe this card is so cute. Maybe he's more generous than I thought. Your brother came to ask you. Why do you have the lady's black card? We're Welding Corporation. What happened SAO? He held up the card laughing. This goes on for a long time. When I get a chance, I'll talk to you. The doctor rushed into the room. I ran and yelled at the director. High-grade antidote in stock? It's not just antidotes, that rare medicines can't be found. Zhang strict and Yihao panicked asked again what? His face became angry thinking damn. Why is it so bad luck? Everything is finally about to turn. Why did this happen? The stolen drugs are likely to be insiders doing. Wait a minute, the culprit won't be the president. Zhang angrily asked if he could investigate RA. Did the AI get those advanced drugs? The doctor replied, I just saw the camera. The professor took it. His face grew dark, furiously gritted his teeth near the voice of this criminal. I absolutely will not forgive him. I swear I shouldn't have brought him in. He's the scum of the hospital. The most important thing right now is to solve the problem in front of you. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, sorry, everyone, we were careless. I'm really sorry, don't worry. I'm going to do a special treatment. Although it can't be cured immediately, it can also speed up recovery. In my heart, I soon guessed. I guess I was wrong. Of course the guy does. He replied that he had nothing to do with the president. You know, except for the hospital. Where else can I buy a high-grade antidote? Secretary Zhang replied that advanced antidotes are a special kind of props. It's always priceless. You can go to the auction to try your luck. You are a friend of the lady. You can find her directly. The lady must be, yes, because high-end drugs in our hospital. They are all worn by Korean corporations. You refuse this, forget it, let me find another way. IP how anti-hip contemplation. Don't rely too much on her. If anything happens, it will be very difficult to solve the problem. I told him to forget it so I could find another way. He also felt very guilty and bowed his head. Right, it's not that I can't help. It's embarrassing. He hurried back to the doctor. Tell the detective to wait a moment. Take this patient to the VIP room. Add more equipment to the best nurse. The president replied yes, chief. Suddenly IP House spoke up. There's one more thing, by the way. Thanks to the overbearing doctor. This time our family was rescued in time. I think doctors like him. It should be used correctly, the surprised man said. The director put his hand on his shoulder and praised him. That's right. That's right. The professionalism and personality of the overbearing doctor. Fit. The position of the head of our hospital is vacant. The place of pride is taken over by you. I am so grateful to receive. Yes, thank you for the promotion. Thank you, Mr. IP. You have to turn the wheel, you don't need it. This is what you should have. All right, you go. Go and come back here and arrange a place for my father. The doctor left in a hurry and did not forget to answer. To go back to his father's hospital bed, he told his father, Dad in the hospital to rest for good. Give me the antidote. My father was worried. If you can't buy it, don't worry. I will suffer. I'm confused about what to suffer. His mother laughed teasing. That's right, Shao. Even though our house is not rich, but we don't do it for money. Chen's sister spoke loudly. It's about being nurtured by a rich woman. You are so good. Let me hear you. I did it in a short day. Conquering to where the rich woman, high at this top. The howl screamed in utter despair. I told people not to mess around. What kind of person is your son? You probably don't know why. All three of you are laughing at me, right? Yi Vanfei thundered silently. I look like I don't know. This is his. There must be something shady in here. You're excited to say. I've decided. I want to find an antidote with you. He was surprised to answer. You can go alone for this. I'm glad you're okay. You'd better stay in the hospital and rest. Her eyes widened, and she clasped her hands, begging her brother. And you're going to rest in the hospital. More. I also want to hear about the competition. Your highlight too. But he couldn't help but agree. But I have to listen to you. I know you're angry and you know it. I'm not really a 3-year-old. The father teased in his lap. As long as you're not married, I'm still a 3-year-old. He made his brother and his mother laugh. It's getting dark, the two of you are going out. Van Fei admired. Oh, R.A. you. Not just the head of the competition copy, but also save the children. I told you my brother is the best. I am not willing to answer as if 20 million, little or no, even though my life is priceless. You can see the worried face, right? But why do we have to go to this dangerous black market? It's safer not to go to the auction. Why are you here? The black market is not safe. As the most complete, with you here, I wouldn't be in danger. My sister also became more comfortable answering. I'm confident too, because I think the money you have, it will help you a lot. That's right, it's my second time here. This time I came completely different. In addition to increasing power, what's more important is that we have money. 3 thugs appear arrogantly talking about to live. Look up at their profile. In turn is Thug A with level 10. Thug B with level 9 and Name C with level 9. They threatened in turn. If you want to go, you have to leave a toll. That's right, you can't run the D fee. The boy realized they were bandits. Always standing here waiting. Stand up in front of me. You go ahead, I'll stay and deal with them. Thug A voice quite cynical. I like to look at you. 4th grade trash. Great men need women to protect them. Maybe Little White is a parasite. PC is also despicable. That's not enough for me to consider. I don't have to use all my strength. IP how closed his eyes and sighed. Who are you? This habit of mine needs a little modification. Don't get in trouble, go ahead. I'm still pretty weak. I asked you a question. I still calmly say, I told you. From now on, all the killing is done to you. I won't let you suffer anymore. Thug A tall big athletic step up, put your hand on your shoulder and pretend. You look like a good kid. Today, brothers, I only steal money, not money. You want to go to the black market? So, put money or valuables on the person who delivered it, or don't leave here alive. He stands tall 01 little scared response. Good luck, you're right. I don't want to kill in front of my family. If you want to live, you'd better stay out. He's screaming at your son. When you die, you still have a hard mouth. I dare in your head. Watch how you endure. Great name CA. Suddenly a sword flew into the middle of his forehead. Died where a man's voice was heard. You're just a 4th grade kid. You shouldn't go around pissing off a 12th grade bastard, the boy shouted out loud. Who the fuck has such a big liver, dare to sneak up on us? The man said. He asked again. Don't make it hard to hear. Not enough to shake. I can only see his shadow. What's the distortion? The man jumped up. He directly killed 2 of his men. Don't forget to defame the scum. You still need to sneak in. They just had time to scream and ask who. A man with a long sword on his back. Turn your face back to answer. I say oh haha. I'm just an anonymous person passing by to meet with discontent. Let's help out. Yeehaw suspected 01 AI query. The way you robbed the yard. He said he was a humble passerby. It's a little too much. Who's your friend? My sister is standing next to me. You look like you've lost your soul. In my heart, I think it's cool. The teacher put a sword on his shoulder. Tell them not to care about this detail. It doesn't matter if you're handsome or not, for men to say. The key is to show. IP how stands in the heart of the aesthetic expression, so this is the reason. He stole my experience points. Why Deep Van Face still twists his eyes lit up. This man is so handsome. But I'm a little familiar with your eyes. Idiot, now is not the time to fall in love with handsome men. Millions of people are at risk. There's no time to think, sober. I saw my sister like that. Your face looks depressed. I look at you with half an eye, hard to think. What the hell is this guy playing? The head of an earnest voice. The black market is not a place to play. You guys are at this level and you dare to break in, or go to lie son and I. IP how replied. Of course there's no stupid AI. You're making a joke with your life. And suddenly, if that's the case, you too, follow me. I just happen to be on the black market. I know this place very well. With me here, you're perfectly safe. He said. He reached out his hand. He wanted to take the 2 of them with him. She hurried closer to him and whispered. I have something to tell you. I'm curious to ask what happened. She said carefully in a low voice, it must be a trick. If not, SAO will take our heart like that. Let's say he helps us. But like that, I can't prove he's a good man. Do we carry it with us? Wait until you finish the sentence. I already know. My brother is not an idiot. It's a whisper, but the 2 of them let the other party forget. And chuckled with caution.